So the second half of our interview, I'm off camera now, talking to the Barneys, Dave and Jeanette. Thank you for letting us use your home tonight to do this interview, first of all.
No problem.
And thank you for being billets for the Dells Ducks. I just wanted to ask you, excuse me, about the experience. You're wrapping up your second year as a billet family for the Dells Ducks. What's the experience been like for you two?
Well, it's actually been 3 years.
3 years, I'm sorry, you're right.
And it's been actually, for me, it's been a very rewarding experience getting to know kids from all over the states and seeing them, some kids that are from homes with they're an only child coming into a house with so many kids. It's been like kind of interesting to see how they mesh and how it works out.
And the relationships go on. I know, Dave, you're pretty close with some of the guys like Ian Wood, and Clayton Ludlam was here for a little while. You just add to your list of your family just keeps getting bigger, I think.
Yeah, our family just keeps getting bigger. It's been a great experience, especially with Ty, our youngest son, in hockey. They go out and play hockey with him. It's just a great experience. They help him with his homework. They help Jeanette with household chores. So it's been really good. It's been a lot easier than I really anticipated. They're kids from, most of these kids come from very good homes. And so they're cooperative, they work well with us. It's a lot easier than a person would expect. They're relatively self-sufficient other than, Jeanette makes them dinner. And they take care of their own lunches and breakfast, and they keep the house clean and their space clean. So it's been a lot easier than a person would anticipate. But it does become an extension of your family.
I think, excuse me, for a lot of people who are thinking about getting into billeting, it's a big step to take because people believe, and maybe rightly so, that it can be disruptive to your family. It takes a certain family, I guess, to do it. But I know in the case of Jeanette, you actually miss them after they're gone. It's been a pretty good experience for you, for sure.
One of the warm things that just like pop into my head, it's a very warm thing that happened. Our daughter was in a car accident, and one of the boys that stayed with us last year, Jared Young, he texted me as soon as he heard and asked if there was anything he could do, and he reached out to us because we weren't here at home when it happened. And it literally touched my heart that someone, granted he lived with us for 7 months, but that he felt the need to reach out to us. And all in all, it's been a huge blessing. Clayton has come back and spent a week with us. Ian stayed longer last year. He's coming back supposedly this summer. It has been, I feel like the heart can always grow bigger. You can always fit more people in it. Mm-hmm. And it feels like they're like stepkids. They're part of your family. They harass the kids, and I enjoy that. I think it's very neat that my kids have to also learn to deal with other kids.
You have a hockey background, Dave. You've been a fan most of your life, I think, and a lot of your kids, both the boys and girls, played. Not all of our billets come from that background, though, and it doesn't really seem to matter.
I don't think it matters. I think if you weren't involved with hockey, it seems like most of the billet families get involved,
Yeah.
Jim.
Yeah.
And so I think they end up really enjoying it. I talk with them at the game, and they love the games, and they love the competition, and they get to know it. And we've visited with a few new billets this year in 2015, the 15-16 season, and they're just delighted. They were very, very nervous in the beginning to bring in a total stranger. I understand it's an awkward feeling, a person would think, but these kids are good at it. They're good at staying in strangers' house, so they make themselves very comfortable. They're better at coming into a stranger's house and staying in than a first-year billet is. So they help in that whole adjustment period, and so they're good at it. And then their parents are so appreciative to know that their kids are in a home where people care about them. and they're so appreciative. And when you hear their parents thanking you for, you know, taking care of their kids, that's also rewarding. And it just, you know, you think that, hey, if your kid was out there somewhere, and what a wonderful thing it would be if they were in a home with parents and family, and the parents took care of them. You know, I was just looking at an interview on a much higher level than the Ducks, and they go through the same exact thing. It's
Yep.
this. He plays in the AHL, and he's from Finland, and he's drafted by the Red Wings, for example, and he stayed in a billet family. We watched the interview, very similar to this, and you know how they were interacting. It's the same exact thing, and how those parents are so appreciative, and it's just an extension of your family. It really rounds things out and makes life a lot more interesting, I think.
It also helps that Bill has very strict rules and guidelines for these kids to abide by. The support from coaching for the billet families has been really great too.
Yeah, that's a good point. And as you said, Dave, billets are really invaluable to any level of junior hockey, be it the USPHL, the USHL, any level where kids are coming and living away from home. The billet experience is just, you can't have a team without it, really. And I know Sherm and Christian and Riley downstairs they were all very thankful for having your help this season and the others before you. The organization thanks you for what you've done, and it's been a great relationship so far, and hopefully we can give you a good experience at the rink.
Sounds good. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Jim.